All right, so we're back here in the gablocal.tv studios, and we were talking before we took a break about the disappointments and the overcoming that we're doing in downtown because of Mother Nature and the Kansas concert. And it's important for us to remember how much work goes into these concerts and these events downtown. So we wanted to spend a little bit of time talking about some upcoming things as well. Now, we had the Urban Slide that was scheduled for the same weekend, which is Zach Haney from the Carnival Guy. He was planning on putting that together where you'd be able to slide down the street on a giant slip and slide. It was very, very cool. However, they did postpone that from this weekend. Now, the way that they work, and this is how DTI works very efficiently, they had another event coming up and they were able to put that, the Urban Slide, move it to a weekend in July and mix it with Cyclovia, which is a brand new event that Visit Topeka put together as they asked people, what kind of festival would you like to have in Topeka? And Cyclovia was the one that was chosen from their poll. Cyclovia is for bicycling. We're going to be celebrating bicycling here, and so the Urban Slide is going to match up with that. Urban Slide was moved to July 30th and the 31st, and Cyclovia is July 29th through the 31st. So we want to have everybody put that down in their calendar. Now, Frank, you were telling me a few things that they have coming up with Cyclovia. What did you discover?
Well, okay, first of all, if you have tickets for the slide, the Urban Slide, on the July 2nd and 3rd weekend, those tickets are still valid on the 30th and 31st. So save them because they're still going to honor them. So you're not out anything. Just you have to just come down on the 30th and 31st. But Cyclovia, which looks pretty cool. There's a Facebook event that I checked out. It's on the 29th through the 31st, and there's a whole bunch of stuff going on, like bike safety and all these fun exercises that they can do, all kinds of things. There's yoga going on. There's vendors and food trucks and everything that has to do with health. And some of us, like myself, could use a little help with the health. That's
mainly
all there
you.
is to it.
Yeah, mainly
Wait
you.
a minute.
Yeah. No, it's going to be great. It's going to be a wonderful event. Our friends over at Visit Topeka, Rosa Cavazos is organizing all the vendors and all that. They'll have food trucks and they'll have all that fun stuff around for that as well. So if you're interested in becoming a vendor, talk to Rosa at Visit Topeka. And they've been working really hard. It's all about the partnerships that we're seeing work out here. That's why these things work out. That's why we were able to bring Kansas to Kansas here to do this concert, whether or not it happened on Kansas Avenue or at the Expo Center. It took an enormous amount of collaboration to do that and to bring all the folks to town who saw the concert. It just took so much collaboration, and Visit Topeka, DTI, they're all doing a good job of working together to make sure that we can, stretch our bucks to get the biggest bang that we can. I use that analogy as we're close to the 4th of July here. Bang for the buck. Get it? See what I did there?
Oh, you have I ever told you before that you're funny?
No, you haven't. And you're not gonna start now. I know. Another thing they have coming up, I want you to put on the calendars, folks. I don't have the exact date. I should have looked that up, but we're only so professional around here. But the Chocolate Festival is coming up in September, so put that on the calendar. I think it's September. Is that right, Frank?
Yeah, that one I'm not sure.
The Chocolate Festival is coming downtown too. So I'm going to say Chocolate Festival because you don't need to know anything else other than you need to know that there's a Chocolate Festival coming to Topeka. Of course, find out information about that with Visit Topeka as well. And we did an interview with Rosa about that when they announced that they were going to be doing the Chocolate Festival. So you can find that information on gablocal.tv's video archive. Of course, that and all of the interviews that we do, you can find there. Now, there were a lot of things on this episode this week, very exciting stuff. We took our cameras out to the Butterfly Pavilion, which is brand new. It's only been open a couple of weeks out at the Topeka Zoo. So we're going to show you all about the new Butterfly Pavilion, why you should bring your kids out there and check it out. And very exciting stuff. We have the 40th governor of the state of Kansas, Governor John Carlin, joins us in the studio, and he's going to be talking about a joint effort, the Save Kansas Coalition, as he has joined up with Kathleen Sebelius and Mike Hayden and Bill Graves, 4 past governors, 2 Republicans, 2 Democrats, to say what we need to do to Kansas to save us from, well, where we're headed. So we're very excited to hear about what he has to say as well. And then we're going to be following up with our friends from the Topeka Capital Journal who've put that downtown section out. We got a little more information. We talked last week about that. We'll be talking with our friends down there to find out a little bit more about what went into putting that entire special edition together. So that's all coming up on this episode. And we're going to be showing a clip from Frank getting a root canal. Actually, he gives one to himself.
With rusty pliers.
Rusty pliers.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Good job, Frank. Good job. And anything else we're going to be doing on the show today?
Well, no, that's pretty much it. The zoo one was really fun to record. That was a lot of fun. You know, the butterflies would just come up and land right on you, and it was really a fun one to record. And there's more to come on those.
Well, we started our first series with the zoo was last week, so you can find that one on there. And we did that about the Twilight tours. So there's a clip that you can watch full 7 minutes on our website at gablocal.tv. And then, of course, Butterfly Pavilions is in this week's episode, so you can watch that on this show and find that on gablocal.tv later on as well. And we've got a few more parts to our zoo excursion coming up in the next few weeks. So we'll have one each week for you. So be sure to follow us there through this. So that's all coming up on this week's episode. And I lied about Frank giving himself a root canal in case you couldn't tell, because he assures me that I'm not funny, even though...
I said you're funny looking. That's what I said.
I'll take it. And just to celebrate one final little thing, Kerry Livgren from the band Kansas, I was the guy who took his first selfie with him. It was very cool. We'll talk about that maybe next week. We'll get into that.
Don't blow your fingers off this weekend, guys. It's 4th of July. Don't burn them off.
4th of July. Oh, we'll be at the Shawnee 4th of July parade down in Kansas City. So we'll be there live on the air. So join us and stick around. We got more coming up for you right after this.
Brought to you by Field of Greens and The Break Room, because TV 25 cares.